What is up, all my good people of St. Louis and all over the world and even all across the galaxies and universes? It's your boy Ken Sargent here, aka Level 92, here with another interview on the Kicking It with Keenan show. Like I say, I like to take my adventures and just, discover a lot of people, whether it be, entertainment, gaming, whatever the case is. And of course, we got Mr. ODDI here, a musician of St. Louis from the Houliginn Industries. How's it going, my brother?
Oh, it's going good, bro. It's good to see you, man.
Always a pleasure. Now, I will say first off, we've been friends for like a very long time, and what's so funny about this is that he invited me to some of his shows, and it'd be like at a Pops or anywhere. Yeah, usually. And normally it'd be during a weekday, so I work in the morning, so I was like, if I can, I can. But I have seen a few of his shows, and I definitely like your style. Your group is always amazing, and you definitely have like a good charismatic attitude when you do your thing, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm proud of that.
Yeah, that's one of the things that me and the team definitely pride ourselves on, is that overall appearance and delivery of just what we do as a profession. You know what I'm saying? Not really trying to put nobody else down, but we definitely try to keep ourselves as high as we can in that regard.
Right. Now, so I want to kind of go very smooth with these. Some are going to be kind of, off the dome questions. That's how I am with things, especially when it comes to hosting. And it's very drastic, because some questions you don't want to say, because then the heads down answers are too personal. But we're definitely going to respect this interview as always, okay? So first off, being part of the Houligans and being one of the founder of Houligans, and also just being part of the music in St. Louis, how has that journey been, like, starting from the beginning to now?
Rough. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, I remember, a lot of us started back in like FUBAR, on a small stage, and with just your homies there and nobody else. So
may rest in peace.
I swear to God. Allegedly, he's making a comeback. You heard about that?
Ooh, no, they're not.
Yeah, so allegedly they're literally just, because they already did the red flag thing, but now they're actually bringing FUBAR back. But we'll see about that.
That's a restaurant now, but yeah.
I mean, nevertheless, yeah, man, it was a long journey for sure, but it was a good one. We started from the very bottom, and to have the level of success that we've had just from sheer grinding and putting the work in, and then really getting the results is it's overwhelming.
And get into the music for because I'm kind of starting now this year. Like, what was it like, finding your type of songs or your material when you were younger? Like, what kind of influenced you to do that?
So I will say that's very interesting. I shouldn't say obviously. As a white person, I love Eminem. He's an amazing artist, and it ain't even that. Just as an artist, that's who I gravitated towards at first. I then started to lead down a path of like Tech 9, Hobson, NF. It branched, it divided. Ace Hood especially is a huge influence of mine. But what it really was if I was specifically needing an element of what they were delivering in their music in my life, that's kind of really what I gravitated more towards at that time. So when it was like Eminem and Tech 9, I was first discovering the music, first getting into the art. So the way that they could both break down a song to where almost they controlled the beat was like very enticing to me. So it led me to really learn the art of it and the technique of it. And then from that point, as I started to really get into the culture of it, I started to fall into more like Ace Hood and Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz and like all that kind of stuff back when that was really popping. Right. And that led me more into, again, like just the culture of it and learning how to put a little bit more swag on it.
And see, what's funny you say that too, because I was just thinking about this like the whole entire time. And I want to talk like demographic, right? So kind of off topic with this one, like there's a lot of people back in the days like, oh, girls can't play games, and now they kind of do, and they
some will be better than us,
right? But stuff like that. But like I think when it comes to music, when they first think about it, like, okay, rock music, Caucasians, white people, but like rap, blacks, reggae, black, like they had all these certain races or genders that's dominant in that particular field. Mm-hmm. But sometimes other people kind of learn from that and not really take it, but kind of critique it a little bit, right? So like, how has that been over the years though? Because like you said with Eminem, he changed the game, and man, I can say Yellow Wolf, stuff like Lil Dicky, like all these guys, they're good rappers, mm-hmm. and they're good rappers in their own way. But like demographically, how has that changed over the years, in your opinion?
I will say it's become a lot more welcoming as opposed to what it was when I was younger. Being a white kid that was trying to be a rapper, especially, I don't look very intimidating. I don't got a bunch of face tattoos. I ain't in a gang or nothing like that. So it was definitely an opposition, you know, to me at first. But thankfully, and I can say this with as much confidence as possible, that once I started to demonstrate the skill level that I had, thankfully I was welcomed in pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Like once people really got to hear the music and feel the art and be like, nah, this dude really is about this, then it kind of just went hand in hand after that. But it was an uphill struggle at first, I ain't gonna lie.
And I think, like, for a lot of musicians out there, whether you're new, whether you're old or whatever, you know, like I said, everyone's got like the influence. Everyone's got like the role models in this case. For me personally, when I was growing up, I had video games, so we're both gamers here. But like, what's funny, I actually started off like listening to rock, like heavily to a degree, and I kind of transitioned to rap, and then kind of back to rock again, back and forth. But like when we like certain games, like now would be like 2K or Madden, you know, more like they're gonna have hip hop on there, they're gonna have rap, a little bit of rock, baseball, hockey, maybe the same way, and like games. Right, like, and that's the kind of stuff that kind of got me into it. I'm like, man. But recently, for the past few years, I listen to a lot of inspirational rap. So like a lot of people, because I know you watch it too, there's a lot of people that watch anime, cartoons, and also gaming, and these guys rap about them.
Yep.
They rap about like Goku, they can rap about Naruto, they rap about Justice League, whatever. So it's like, that's what kind of inspired me to do that type of music. Yeah, so like with your style of music, like what would really get you going? Because, you know, I see you on your stage, whether mask or not, but like you're out there just giving it your all. So like, what has been like a thing to really put your ideas of music on stage?
So I would say that it's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I
told y'all.
I love that these are all questions I've never actually been asked before. It's beautiful.
He wasn't ready.
All right, so I would say, for example, my song SSJ4, right? I really wanted to do a mix of like
favorite, by the way.
Like, dude, thank you. Best song I've ever done. Check it out.
Yeah.
I really wanted to give people a mix of that like heavy-handed, like, you know, almost like a rock kind of style, like really gruff, you know, grunge style, mixed with like some really nerdy stuff. And all I could think of when I sat down to write, I was like, well, I'm obsessed with Dragon Ball Z, favorite character Goku, because I'm lame. Well, you know, it bounces back and forth. I like SSJ2, you know, Super Saiyan Gohan. You know what I'm saying?
I can relate.
It's hard. You can't hate. Like, no, but I really just sat down. That's all I could think of. And my favorite transformation of Goku is Super Saiyan 4 from GT. And then at the time, Daima was just coming out. And as I was watching the first couple episodes of Daima, I had a theory. I was like, yo, this is Toriyama's like little love letter to GT, because he hated on it back in the day and kind of like pushed it aside because it wasn't his involvement.
Well, a lot of people hated GT.
Everyone did, it felt like, man. But I was like, that was, in my opinion, peak of that story arc. You know what I mean? Like, it feels more of a proper continuation than Super does. And that's just my honest opinion. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but yeah, like I think that it much better fits to go Dragon Ball Z and then GT rather than Dragon Ball Z and then Super.
You see, with a lot of anime, like my favorite one is Ronin Warriors. I'm about to be making a song about that soon. But like with Dragon Ball Z, you know,
Saint Seiya.
Oh, I love.
Or is that that's a different?
Yeah, that's different.
Okay,
that's why
that's Zodiac Warriors in America, right?
Technically,
okay,
yeah.
no doubt.
Nice and Zodiac. So
because I seen both, and I was like, you core memory unlocked.
Yeah, like Ronin and Saint Seiya are my favorite ones by far.
Yes.
Next to Gundam Wing, Mobile Suit, by the way.
Man, yeah, Gundam Wing, Gundam Seed, both of them are.
But see, I think with a lot of people, because they relate with it so much in Dragon Ball Z, like it became a popular trend. Now, of course, that started like back in like the 80s and 90s, and Dragon Ball was a thing. But no, I think a lot of people can just really reference Dragon Ball Z very well, and it's like, okay, there are people that can talk about Piccolo, people talk about Goku, Broly, goddamn me, Kid Buu. You know, there's a lot of raps about that, and I think what's funny is that people always go for the Super Saiyan Goku. They always go for Super Saiyan Goku.
Classic.
I like it when he turned in God mode because Resurrection of the Dead, that was a good movie. Thanks to my friends for watching that with me. But man, it was just like, dude, so many people. There's like 3 of them that I listen to. It's a Saiyan cipher, there's a villain cipher, and there's a Tournament of Power cipher.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, like, okay, they're getting everybody in. They're getting everybody. And like, and speaking of, like, what kind of anime have you watched besides Dragon Ball Z?
Okay, so we're gonna go old school first, and then ones I watched recently, real quick. Anime tangent. If y'all ain't with this, why are you even here? You're at the wrong place. I'm sorry. All right, so back in the day for me, it was definitely Inuyasha, Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Yu Hakusho, Samurai Champloo. Yeah, those were definitely my core ones. And Dragon Ball Z nonstop. I watched Naruto when it first came out. I was definitely into it up until Shippuden. I just kind of fell off when Shippuden came out. I don't really know why. Just wasn't my bag. I was just like, I'm good, guys. I've seen enough.
I get it.
Exactly, I
Story
get
arcs.
it. So some new ones though. Solo Leveling. Oh my. Kaiju number 8 and Clue.
Sound it out.
Gachikuta.
Ooh, okay.
Gachikuta. Gachikuta is one of the best animes that I have watched in years. And in my opinion, it has like a very like old school, I want to say Dragon Ball Z, but it's not in the same vein. It just feels like that. You know what I mean? Like gives me that same like when you watch it. So yeah, it's a really good story.
See, because I never really got into the modern anime. I mean, I probably watched it just for the hell of it, but like the one reason why I just watched was and it was like a few years ago, Doubleman Crybaby.
Okay, yeah.
That was definitely a good one. It was gritty as shit, but like it was only one season. I know I got to finish the other season of Castlevania, which was definitely the art style is definitely great, and that's another thing too. Like with a lot of anime now, it's like the art style definitely changed. Like back then, you know, it was just a simple drawing, a little bit of detail on it, and bam. But like now, because we really generated more with animation, like they just
it's like a movie now,
right? They really went like with shine and more shadow, more depth to it, right? And like I said before, you know, stuff like that I would like to rap on more about. Like I got the Runner Warriors one I'm gonna definitely do. One I'm gonna try to, if I think about it, Iron Giant.
Oh yes, dude.
Superman. There's already Superman rap out there. It sounds so good. Shout out to Daddy Fashion,
dude.
But not like going down the line, you know, again, a lot of us have like the influence to, you know, say, hey, this is our favorite stuff. But then when you put it to music, you know, whether it be all anime or not, you know, you find something that just kind of relevates you. And of course, you had your album release, by the way, 7/17, just back in May, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I listened to that on my way to work. Again, loved it all. You know, you definitely have a good range with vocals. You have a good range in tone, emotion. Like, again, you just kind of just punch your way to a new level. So, like, explain the new album, by the way, that we just released.
Okay, so again, it's called 7/17. It's just the number 717. It's a concept album of a mental day in the life of how I go through waking up to crafting a project through that day to the end result of what that is at the end of that day being SSJ4.
Right.
So it starts with the very first project, or the very first song on there is called 7:17 a.m. And it's me kind of waking up, getting the day started, shaking off that little like anger of you maybe like driving to work in traffic or whatever. You get to the second song, it's Pisces with the homegirl Ali Lynn. Shout out, she's an amazing singer. That's when you need to kind of like smoke to get the day quelled out or whatever you do to make yourself feel better, the hoosahs, the yoga, you know, all that jazz.
Yeah.
So whatever it is that makes you feel better, a cup of coffee, you know, that's kind of what that song is. It flushes all that I woke up in a bad mood, negative energy off. Then you move in to the third song, which is Wendigo Effect. That's me and all my people, as well as my big brother. Shout out Steve O'Brien. Good to see him back in the scene and making some music again. That song is like once you get to kicking it with your homies that day, and you're all hanging out, and you're just in like, you know, in that mood of like, hey, let's all spit a freestyle or something, and let's have some fun. Move from that song into my song with Preach, which is called Golden Ticket.
Shout out to you.
Shout out OG Preach. Oh God. That one is more like when you get into the end of the day and you get that call from your OG and you're just like getting that advice, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
that's exactly the vibe that we was going for, and I really like that one.
like the father, son, uncle, nephew, bro to bro type of thing.
Exactly. Like, hey man, this is what I'm feeling with you, and this is what you need to do to make shit get more on track. And yeah, that culminates in the last song, SSJ4, which is kind of like me putting that whole day together into it and just running through it.
And I should have said this earlier. So yeah, being able to collab with other artists, especially Pre. So like, what's been the collaborable like ratio with your album and your music that you've done? Like being able to collaborate with everybody in this case.
So I have a collab on every single one of my projects. It's just something I attempt to do. My first project was with EJ Carter. Second project was with Frost Money, and then this being my third is with all the folk we just mentioned. At first, I was like, honestly, a little against it. I was kind of really selfish on my projects, and I just wanted to just be me, you know what I mean? I want everybody to hear a bunch of me. But when you have like 11 songs of just you, and it's not a conceptual album, you're just rapping, it's cool, you know what I mean? But people sometimes get tired of being just ran through over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So it just made more sense to me over time, especially as I grew closer with a lot of my people in the industry, to just be like, hey man, let's work together on this. If it makes sense with you, send them a couple tracks, and then once we found that one we vibed on, it just started clicking.
And see, I think it's not wrong to be selfish. I mean, nowadays, yes, but like when you make your songs, right, and you want to try to hear it by yourself, then there you go. Now, it's never a bad thing to have a remix, unless you want a specific song to be remixed. It'll get that way. I mean, I don't mind collabing with a whole lot of people. If anyone wants to get on a song, by all means, I don't mind getting on a song with you. I don't mind if you get on a song with me. That's how I look at it. If it sounds good, there you go.
That's exactly where I'm at.
Now, I will say, I will probably have a singles one if I want to. It all depends how I really feel about the song as a whole. That's just my thing. But again, like you definitely well connected with a whole lot of people, and especially St. Louis has their big number of like local artists here in the city and county alone.
Oh yeah.
Like it's easy to kind of spot the people. You play here, you play there, and then bam.
Yeah, that's really it. If you put the work in and just communicate with people, shake some hands and actually create the relationship, it's so easy, like you said, to just go to a couple venues and be like, wow, that dude, and that dude are incredible.
Now, and also, now I want to get on the Houliginn side here. So, how is that building, like from the foundation to the roof?
Oh, that was also a really long process. So, when I was younger, I started rapping at a very young age. I started writing music when I was 13, and then I started to attempt to get serious about it when I was about 18 or 19. I started it with a group of friends to where we was all motivated and so ready to do it. It's probably like 9 of us. Within like 6 months, only like 1 person was still there.
Oh man.
So I was like, well, that didn't work. So I kind of kicked back for a couple years, really thought about what I was doing and what I wanted to do with it. And in that time, I didn't let them know this, but I was building up like a mental Avengers in my head of like, all right, well, this dude always comes to shows and is about the business, you know what I mean?
Right.
And like always pays for his tickets and stuff. And like this dude right here always shares my stuff every single time. You know what I mean? Like just people like that, or like, this dude been solid with me for like ever since I known him. And I gained about 5 or 6 people that I truly could trust and collaborate with and do something with. And they didn't all come at one time, sadly. We had a couple people and like, oh, you don't work out. But through all that process of elimination over the last 5-6 years, we have built a core team of what is now 5 people.
Oh, wow.
That we're gonna take over the fucking world. Like, I mean, bro, we have so many people working so many aspects of things that, and I know this sucks for a lot of artists, but like when you don't have to worry about doing everything by yourself, it's not overwhelming. Like you can really just think about things and be like, all right, well, if you just handle this for 6 months, you know what I'm saying? You handle this for the next 6 months, you do this for the next year, and as a group, we all do this. It just starts to click and come together. But you have to fucking put the work in. Like, it doesn't just happen. You could have 50 people that are down with you, but if you don't know what you're doing and have the direction to actually push forward, you're just going to stay stagnant right in that same spot.
And I think for a lot, there's going to be a lot of groups that have a little complications that we're falling out or whatever. But like, you're steady. You know, you're calm about it. You have the whole idea in your head. Now, though it will take time to kind of make it all work, and then bam, hey, we made it to the top. You enjoy the journey,
dude. 100%.
Always enjoy the journey.
So that's shout out my little brother Clue. That was always our vision. He was my hype man since day one. He's the core of Houliginn with me. He's the one that was there since the very beginning of it. We have opened up for almost every single artist that we grew up listening to. In the underground, I'll admit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. That was mostly what I listened to. You know, like, sure, I ain't opened up for Eminem or, like, Ace Hood or nothing like that.
That day will come.
But that'll come. You know, so, well, maybe not Eminem because he's stingy and he don't fucking come out here. But
nah, he'll happen.
I'm going to come to his house and make him, like let me open for you.
Say, hey, Addy, come out here.
Just come out here and start rapping, Shady. Come on.
Jeez.
No, but yeah, like, we've opened up for, again, almost every person that we looked up to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so many artists that meant so much to us. So, like, yeah, the journey was incredible. So even if it stopped tomorrow, I had a great time.
Right. Because every moment that you have with your friends and all the people that kind of really inspire you and support you, you know, that's like the most God-given blessing you'll ever have.
100%. Most people couldn't even, yes, exactly. That's such a good point, bro. Yeah, like, most people couldn't even ask for that in a regular day-to-day life, let alone in something that you're chasing your dreams in. So you not only get to have friends and people that you connect with, but it's on something that y'all all really want together. Like, it's beautiful.
And, you know, and I can say this probably to like a lot of people, and I'm gonna be honest with it. Yes, you're not gonna get along with everybody from the start. You're not gonna get along with them later down the line. But I think that the thing for me is, you know, you're your own person, Clues is his own person, Chris is his own person. Like, all these other people, you know, they're their own people. They have their own styles. The thing I will still do is to respect them and to really encourage them to kind of continue doing more. Because like I said, when it came to me doing music, I only did for like only half a year.
Mm-hmm.
I performed few times so far, but like other people, they perform like every week or every month. You know, they perform everywhere. So it takes time, but I still enjoy stuff like that. But to all the other people, I enjoy seeing them, you know, doing what they do. And for a lot of us here, we all want that chance.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody wants that shine. Everybody wants that number. They want that bank, right? And the thing that kind of turns all around is how dedicated are you as an artist, but how motivated are you as a person? Because you put in the word like hell.
Yep.
So, and like, has there ever been like a hard task like where you kind of like fell off the edge, or you just kind of kept pushing?
So I will say, back when me and Clue first got our entry into like the Pops level stage, and this was back when, you know, like a lot of local people weren't really just performing at Pops like that. This was, of course, like 5-6 years ago, you know, 7 years ago. I will say it was complicated because we did not have the fan base level for that. But we also were not going to turn down that opportunity when it was given to us. Because, again, we were performing at, like, food bars. So, like, and bars, just, you know, wherever we could. Which is no shame in that at all. It's just that was the level we were on. So, when we got the opportunity from the current promoter, Justin Little, at the time, it was, you know, bet, let's do this. And no matter what it took, we were going to do it. But I ain't going to lie, like, what it took was me and Clue having to pay for, like, a lot of shows out of pocket. You know what I mean? Because there was that minimum, and we didn't have 5 people that were down to come see us at the time usually, but we were still going to perform, you know what I mean? So it started like that, but thank God that we were able to figure a way to get through that, because at the end of that tunnel was us gaining fans through that. You know what I'm saying? We did those shows at Pops to where we had to come out of pocket, but because of that, people would come up to us every show, 1, maybe 2 people every show, and be like, yo, that was awesome, you know what I mean? And that person, gotcha. Like, so yeah.
But like, and I think for a lot of us, you know, for the fan base, that's definitely like the bigger key here, because one, you know, you got the people that support you, whether it's your first day, yeah, you learn, and then the next day or so, all right, cool, you kind of got the momentum, and then day 3, hey, I got people.
Yep.
I got people. Because again, I've done it for 10 years, and I went to other places. I went to cons, I cosplayed, bam. But then, like, with concerts, the only difference between that and a convention, yeah, you're enjoying your time there as a weekend, but like a concert, it could be one night. So you putting all the money, you putting all the stuff together for one night for people to watch you play.
Yep.
Right? Now, I'm sure, because I've been there before, I'm pretty sure you were kind of nervous your first few rounds.
So my very first time performing, and again, it was pretty much just in front of my own friends, I swore by my second song I was gonna throw up. I was like, I was rapping and like actively looking for the trash can. I was like, oh shit, dude.
You gotta focus.
What if it happens? Yeah, and I held it down. I ain't gonna lie. I only had 3 songs, so thankfully I was like, if I could just get through this next song, I'm gonna be all right.
Cause see, man,
so, I was nervous as hell.
Cause see, when I was a kid, I used to be nervous at like church when I do like Easter speeches, and I can get nervous a little bit, but like I kind of know where I'm at. I know who I'm performing from, or whatever. Even hosting, that's a different story. But like, yeah, we all get that we all get that jitter. We all get that weird feeling. But then when you do it so many times, it's a breeze.
No, see, it even becomes almost like an addiction to where it's like, man, I need to get back on stage soon and just at least host or fucking spit a song with somebody real quick or do something. Cause yeah, like when I first started, it was my only break from my social anxiety between me and you, bro. Like I was like, I guess between everybody now. So like, people would never believe that like in my personal life that didn't know I rap that I could do that. You know what I'm saying? And then if my rap friends, vice versa, would be like, but you don't have social anxiety. You're on stage in front of like sometimes over 100 people at a time. Like
you gotta build that a little bit.
Exactly. So like as it happened, you are correct. Like I lost all of that to when it came to that. Sadly, in real life, I'm still a weirdo. That's why I'm ODDI. But don't come talk. No, I'm joking. But
now, first off, you spell it differently than like normal dictionaries would. How you spell it exactly?
Okay, so at first it was an acronym. It stood for Original Destructive Defiance Affecting Today's Youth.
Wow,
that was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was wordy though. I was gonna run with it, and I used to Google myself all the time just to be like making sure that when I do copyright my name, I'm gonna be good. I swear to God that a week before I was ready to run my shit with BMI and all my ASCAP shit, there was 10 different artists with the acronym name ODDI.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, check this out. Since I was about 17, 18, I've had a Yahoo email address to where it spells out my name the same way that it is now.
Right.
So I just literally typed in Google, capital ODD, and then for the IT, 17, and then a Y. So it's still, if it's all caps, it spells out ODDI still. Searched it, nothing came up. Went on Spotify, searched it, nothing. YouTube, searched it, nothing.
So you were good.
And I instantly, done. I went straight back over to another tab on my phone, and I was like, that's the one.
Yeah, so, you definitely want to try to trademark or watermark your name, because a lot of people can have it.
Yep.
They can spell it. Even if you spell it differently, it can still be the same like format, but it's still yours. Yep. It's your name.
That's the main reason I did it, was just because I never wanted someone, like, sure, it may be a bit more complicated to remember, but once you remember it, that's it, and you'll never be like, oh, it's ODDI. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never search ODDI into it and then be confused as to why my shit didn't pop up and 20 other people did. Like, if you search ODDI7Y on any platform, on Google, on Spotify, on Apple Music, or on any other streaming platform, you can find me on all my music.
3D!
that quick little plug in there, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, that'd be a good, that'd be a good add on, like, ODDI 3D or ODDI 3D or whatever. Like,
and it just
that's the next album, y'all. but yeah, because like when it comes to names, I mean, yeah, some of them, and no offense to all, they're generic. Some can be very generic. Exactly. Like you got the Youngs, whether it's YOU or YU, and then you got the Lil. You got all stuff like that. But like with me, level 92. Now, personally, I'm due to level 92, but like everything else. Like, hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Keenan, aka Level 92. I got different ways to put it, but like, everyone has to have a trademark somehow, some way. You definitely, for one, it is definitely original. People. I mean, the word itself has been there, but it's how you how you use it, how you pronounce it, how you go with it, and that kind of carries on for you for like the next few years.
Yeah, it's definitely unique. I can't take full credit for it. I had an OG when I was younger who I used to watch his pit bull for him and take walks. He literally just looked at me one day, and I think I was listening to like some ICP on my phone, and then the next song came on, and it was some like hardcore techno.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me, he was like, dude, you're weird. And I was like, I like a lot of music, you know what I mean? And this was back when I was probably 13, 14 years old. And he just kind of stared at me for a second, and he just said, you're an ODDI. And I swear to God, that's where I got it from. Like, it just stuck in my head. And then for weeks and months after that, every time somebody would like introduce themselves to me and be like, "Hey, what's your name?" and I was like, "My name's Oddity, bro. What's up?" And then he just stuck. And like now it's practically my government. Like,
I like that. See, my old high school people, they used to call me K-Dog, K-D-O-G.
Yeah.
And that was like the first start. And I think there's like other people that's probably like in the same like lettering with that. I mean, you got Snoop Dogg for one, Nate Dogg, but like K-Dog, that would have been cool. But then I don't know what I did to really change all that. I was like, okay, like, dude, at first it was Dude Rebel 13. And I thought, okay, level, because I'm a gamer, so I'll probably go with that. But like again, everyone has a unique history with the name and also just the whole style of it. Yeah, level 92. I was born in 92, so and I'm about to be 33 in like 2 months. So yay, Libras.
Yay.
but overall, I think for you, I'm definitely proud. I'm definitely proud to actually catch you guys at full set concert, because I had a show opposite way, but I still managed to come down there for like the last few songs.
Yep.
So I was like, all right, cool.
Timing.
Yeah, so I was like, cool. And then I went back. My first show was finished. Then I went down there, but then it was definitely a good show. I think the one thing I'll definitely say for a lot of people, and I can say this for everybody, when I see you really dedicate yourself, and I think that there's going to be a whole lot more in store for you, like down the road or whatever the case is, whether you stay in the state, stay in the city, move out of state, move whatever, you know, your history and your legacy is still going to continue to grow. So whatever you do, keep doing your thing, and honestly, just enjoy the journey.
I appreciate that.
Always
so
enjoy
much,
the journey, and I pray that God will bless you, bro, and with you, family, friends, all that.
Yes, sir. I appreciate
that's
that.
The thing. Hey,
bro,
we bros.
This was nice. This was a nice time, bro. I'm so glad we finally got to do this.
And before we sign off, I want to say first, thank you guys for watching the video. Now, do you have a message for all these musicians out here? Do you have a message for yourself? Like what's in your head?
All right, so I'm gonna say that I am a felon and an ex-drug addict and just kind of a fucking loser. But look, you can do shit, bro. I'm not gonna act like you can do whatever you want. You can't be an astronaut. Most y'all can't. I'm sorry. But
it's a chance.
But you can be something, bro. And whatever that something is, you can be good at that something. You know what I'm saying? But like, just know that will require the effort that you will have to put into that. You know what I'm saying? But the reward mentally and in your soul will be worth it, knowing that you took that chance to try something instead of just being there in life.
Amazing words from an odd man. I love it. I love it.
And it's odd man out.
Next song.
Run it.
All right,
Johnny, play me out.
and as always, like I said, I want to thank you first off, because we try to do this like months and months ago, and again, stuff just kind of keeps going and going. I was like, well, okay, we were scheduled. And I never get mad at that, you know. I respect people's business. I respect the life. I respect whatever. So I'm kind of glad we finally have the time to actually talk, and even being able to be friends for the past few years, and knowing your work and finally seeing your work. I was like, all right, cool. Hey, more shit for me to kind of work with here, you know.
Yep.
You want your sources. You want your resume to be like, hey, I know this guy. He'd be great for your show. You know, that would be me one day. But I definitely thank you for taking the time to do this, even though it's been months postponed. We got it done.
It was right on time.
We definitely got it done. So before we sign off here, by all means, you got your shout outs, you got your links. By all means, say it.
All right, so look, it's Houliginn Entertainment. Y'all seen the logo? Y'all know what it is. It's HOULIGINN Entertainment. You can find us on Facebook. Is the most easy way to reach us as a group. It's just on the Houliginn page. If you want to find me or any of my music, it's super simple. ODDI7Y. The numbers 17. It's ODDI7Y. On everything. Just Google me. It's super easy. Just type it into your search bar.
And ladies and gentlemen, Oddity of Houliginn Entertainment, y'all. So once again, it's been a pleasure to come down here. Really, very nice setup, by the way. Everyone, all the stuff in here. I'm kind of half jealous, but like, if you ever see my house, boy, you probably tripping. I promise you'll be tripping. Now, also, so what is coming up next for the Houlighins, let alone for yourself? Like, I know you kind of. We had your last show, I think, a few weeks ago. So you're gonna try to focus more and more. So, like, what do you got next in line for you?
Okay, so this is a little peek behind the scenes, literally and metaphorically. We are actually going to start running hardcore with all of our digital footprint. We're going to be coming out with a lot of YouTube and TikTok content, so please be on the lookout for that. It's coming within the next couple weeks. Gaming, anime, everything. We're going to go crazy. We're going to really dive in. Also, be on the lookout for new music from my boy Creature. He's going to be dropping some singles soon that'll lead up to an album at the end of this year. My boy Clue is working on an album as well. It's all coming together. Please just follow us, pay attention, and we got something coming for you.
All right. Now, also, have you ever thought about doing conventions?
I am so down.
Well, I don't know if I'll make it to this one per se, but there's always a lot coming around St. Louis, so I'll never keep you up and link with that, and also it'll probably give you some more ideas.
Yeah, please, bro.
It definitely gives you some more ideas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's my boy Oddity right here from the Houliginn Entertainment side of things. Once again, thank you for being a part of the show, and thank you to Arch and I never let me do this, because hey, I always like to do what I can for my people and also for the city. Yes, and I am your host for today, Mr. Ken Sargent, aka Love Night 2. Y'all know where to find me from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snap, TikTok, all the good stuff. Find his music, support his music, share it, comment, whatever. Just get it out there, because he's definitely a great musician. It's been an honor to see him perform and see his whole group and everything else in between. So by all means, give him all the support you can, dude. So this is Keenan McKeenan. I thank you guys for watching. Like I said, follow the links below, comment, like, subscribe, share with all your friends and family, and we will see you guys the next time we see you. Peace out. We weird. Who cares? Stay cool and stay awesome. Woo!